What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the second episode in my series, which is Rowett Returns to Birmingham. Initially, we were going to go right the way to the 30th of July, then I was going to update you on what's happened, because I didn't think we'd have a signing, but I've actually found Jay Spearing. £1.3 million accepted for Jay Spearing. We're going to his contract here. We're going to offer him the best contract we can, which is this one, I believe. We're going to just put some wage rise on in there for the top promotion. Now this is a massive signing if we can get Jay Spearing. Is very acceptable offer. We need this to go through quick so we don't get stung by anybody else. And we're hoping Spearing set to sign. Blues have signed Jay Spearing. Now I didn't expect it to happen that quick, but I am absolutely delighted, guys, with Jay Spearing. Jay Spearing is a massive signing. Look at him, right? Not very good going forward, but he's going to be playing in that midfield role. I'm going to show you the team now. Let's go to the tactics. I'm very pumped about this now because we finally got someone to fit in this space with David Davis. It's mad. I'm very delighted with the signing. I didn't think we'd be able to get him. Didn't think it'd happen. Had some problems with Ranel's contract. I don't know how long he's injured for. Let's have a little look. 2 weeks. So he's probably not going to make the first game of the season now. So it's going to be Eardley right back. The centre backs are going to be Robinson and David Edgar. Left back, we're looking at Mitch Hancock. Defensive midfield, now that could be Jay Spearing. We're going to put Caddis there. Then we're going to put Jay Spearing and David Davis. We're going to put, on the right is going to be Cottrell. Left is going to be Mark Duffy. Up front is going to be Clayton Donaldson on his own. So let's go into the tactics. I'll show you these. That's how we're going to line up. It's still awkward, so I'm going to go away and going to work on the training, try and get them more familiar before the first game of the season, and unless there's any more signings, the next you'll hear from me will be the first game against Middlesbrough. Okay guys, so a few things to update you with. I've actually found another player, Lewis McLeod. He's 20 years old, and look at them all-round stats, very good, right in the centre midfield, which means we could drop Jay Spearing back to the defensive midfield role. 350k, he looks like a baller for 350k. But first of all, we've got the press conference with Gary Rowett and Jay Spearing. First signing, Gary Rowett, is Jay Spearing. Let's have a look. You sit here alongside new signing Jay Spearing. Are you pleased to have your man? Well, obviously, I'm very delighted. What impact, if any, will it have on the rest of the squad? I think it'll be a confidence, massive boost. Do you hope that Spearing will play a big part in Birmingham's success in the future? Now, this is the thing. I think Jay Spearing could play for us in the Premier League if we got there. Not that we're going to get there anytime soon, but I do think he can make a massive contribution. Match can be won and lost in a single moment. To be Spearing to be the sort of person who make a difference between success and failure. Well, I certainly hope so. Caught many people off guard. We had to, because people would have been in for him if they'd have known you could get Jay Spearing for 1.5 million. Was it 1.5, 1.3? Big signing for that sort of money. There's still time to get a couple of players in. Many were shocked you were able to buy Jay Spearing for as little as you did. Me being the main one, it was because of that 50% added on fee. We have robbed them though, because we're not going to sell him. Do you agree that the signing is something of a coup? It's a massive coup, and this signals your first forte in the transfer market. Can we expect further activity? There's something that's going to be in the firing lines. I'll tell you the other one was Chris Boyd. Now, Chris Boyd is probably past it, but he's still got that finishing, which is what I absolutely love. So I'm thinking about getting Chris Boyd as a experienced striker. I still think he might be able to cut it, so I'm going to give him a go. He's cheap as chips. We're going to see if we can sign him. Rangers, they're on their rebuilding process, and for them to sell one of their most upcoming stars in the lad that we're trying to sign, for me, could be an absolutely massive signing. But for them, it must be so frustrating because they're in kind of the same situation we're in, just worse, because they were right at the top, we weren't. But Boyd's been rejected. We'll see if we can offer this. See if they'll accept that. I just want him as a backup. I've always thought he'd be able to cut it at Birmingham, and I am hoping that he will be able to if he comes in. I mean, Clayton Donaldson's going to be the main man, but just say if we needed a goal, just someone as a poacher, the same sort of job that Kevin Phillips done for Blues a few years ago in the Premier League. I mean, he didn't have the most amazing pace, but he scored some important goals in the Premier League. Scored one against Arsenal in the last minute. He scored, in fact, in the playoffs. No, it wasn't the playoffs. It was near the end of the season when we needed to beat Reading on the last day of the season. He scored a lovely finish. Just need someone calm and collected who's going to be able to put the ball in the net if we need some. We need that one goal. We can put him up front. Hope that he can cut it. I'm just going to hold off a little while before skipping through to the Middlesbrough match, just because I want to see if we can get this lad from Rangers. I can't actually remember his name. Is it McLeod or McLowan? Boy's been rejected again, so all that spiel I was just talking is probably not even going to come to fruition now. But yep, there we go. We've got Lewis McLeod there. We're gonna just see if we can pump it and just see if we can get them to 500,000 though. That's starting to get to money where it's probably not worth it. So we're gonna wait, see if we can get the lad in. Just waiting for this to push through. I can't see any reason why the deal wouldn't happen. It has happened. He's going to sign. Second signing. 2 midfielders. I'm a bit worried about the defence, I'm not going to lie. But I think he's a big signing. He's going to be a good signing, one for the future. We're going to leave it there. We're going to skip through to the Middlesbrough game. And let's see how we get on against Middlesbrough in our first match of the season. So here we go, guys. The first game against Middlesbrough. We've got a pre-match press conference about to start about Gary Rowett's first game in charge. With rumours circulating that you are set to be handed an increased wage budget, he shed some light on the relationship between you and the chairman. Passionate, good. Funds probably reinvested. They already have been. So that was a stupid question. Sound unquestionably concern. Element of trust. There has to be the trust. He wasn't going to play. We've also signed Nicky Maynard on loan. He's injured at the moment, so don't expect him to play anytime soon. But yeah, we signed Nicky Maynard on loan, which is obviously quite a good signing, really. I'll show you his stats in a minute, but he's injured for about 4 or 5 weeks. So we'll have a look at that. I'm not going to comment on that. So let's go into the tactics, because the game is pretty much ready to start. We've got Mark Duffy injured, Grant Hall's injured, Dan Randolph's back, 89% fit, so I'd rather have him in the team than Doyle, to be honest. Grimes is going to miss out. We're going to have to start Damari Gray on the left hand side. Duffy's going to miss out, and we'll put Grimes back in. Yeah, here's Nicky Maynard, his loan stats here. 15 finishing, 15 long shots, 15 pace. I'll take that all day long. Getting relatively cheap, paying about 50% of his wages, pay about 10 grand a week, just to Cardiff, just to have him. But yeah, I mean, here we go. Middlesbrough away. In real life, Birmingham lost this fixture, and that's what I'm going to kind of balance myself against as we go through the series. I mean, it'll happen for a little while, and we'll be able to compare ourselves how we're doing against real life. But obviously, we're going to end up overtaking them pretty quickly. If we do, say, even one game a day, we'll overtake them pretty quickly in real life. But we'll just see how we go. Middlesbrough first game. What do I think of Middlesbrough? Tough team. They're doing well in the Championship this season. It's going to be hard to... Oh, Man U. We're going to go with Man U. Senior Athletic Club, that is. Just to sign some loan players off. We might be able to get a good defender off them. We're going to announce that now, but that's not the main concern. We can look at that after the game. We've got Cheltenham in the Capital One Cup, you can see here. But the big game is this one, the Middlesbrough one away. Middlesbrough are a good side. Looks like they're going to line up pretty similar to us. We're going to have a go first game. It could be really naive, could be really, really naive, but we're going to have a go at Middlesbrough. We're going to try and attack them. I think it's remarkably brave to attack them, because we could get battered here. I'm kind of ready to accept that, but at the same time, we could get positive results out of it. If we're going to be in a relegation battle, we can always try and tighten up, whereas we might as well go out and try and get some points on the board early. We got a tunnel interview, passionate. I think we've picked a team that gives us the best chance of winning. We're not going to comment about other players, we're just focusing on ourselves, and we'd rather have Mark Duffy available, but we're confident with the selection. Clayton Donaldson, we're going to hope, is going to pull something out of the bag for us today. So passionate, come on lads, I want you to show everyone what you can do. Try and calmly say. No, we're not going to say anything, because that could... how has it gone to Paul Robinson? Could have a negative impact, if anything. We just want to keep them nice and calm. First game of the season, try and keep everything nice and normal. This is how I'm going to set up. It's going to be the 2D match engine. I just don't like the 3D. I think you can see players more here. So here we go. Edgar goes forward over towards Donaldson, and that's just the start of the game. In fact, what I'm going to do is just quickly pause it and get the match stats up, just so we can kind of see we are getting battered in terms of possession in the first 5 minutes. We've got to try and bring that back. We're trying to control the game. It's not happening. This isn't looking good. Led better early. Clayton, 7 minutes in. It wouldn't be ideal to concede here at all. Finds Muse. It's going to end up going in, isn't it? Vossen, yep, we're 1-0 down already. So, we're going to go back to standard. We've still got to try and find a way. Shorter passing, low tempo. Try and keep the ball. We've got to try and get into this first game of the season. We've got to try and get the ball, try and control it. We're 1-0 down after 10 minutes, which is obviously not ideal. Cottrell finds McLeod on his debut. What can he do? He's coming forward. Davis. Imagine a response now. That'd be bang on if we could get a goal right now. It looks like we're just trying to find something, trying to make something happen. That was a pathetic pass. It's just really a nothing ball, but we've got away with it. Damari Gray, go on debut. What can you do, Damari? He's skirted through a few players and he gets absolutely nothing. Oh, Damari Gray again. Go on, Damari Gray, on your debut. Oh, Damari Gray. It's a good save. And Birmingham so close to equalising. That would have been the ideal response there. Cottrell with a ball in straight at Kujak. We could have really done with that going in straight away, but it wasn't to be. Hancock's to Gray, back to Davis, Donaldson again. We are putting some good moves together, and Cottrell wide. We've got to start taking advantage of these chances. We've got back into the game. It's only 4 minutes after we conceded, but we have started to create a few chances, which do like the look of. Cottrell with a free kick now. What can he do? He knocks one in, and Damari Gray nearly gets there, but it's Kujak there first. Damari Gray looks to be causing some problems down that left-hand side, which is quite surprising, really. Oh, but this isn't good. It's fallen, and Edgar has missed the challenge, and Vossen's going to make it too, most probably. He squares it to Adamoah. Great save from Darren Randolph, which saves our bacon. 20 minutes in to go 2-0 down would really have been a sucker punch, especially as we just started to get back into the game. If you look at the possession stats now, they're starting to even up. Away from home, we've got to expect that we're not going to have it all our own way, but we are coming back into the game. Oh, Davis believes he should have had a penalty for something on Demaya. We don't get it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys could give me some advice on how to handle a relegation battle. I've played the game for years, but I've never really been involved in one, which is why this series is going to be so much more interesting for me. I've got to try and make things happen. And I think as the series goes on, when we start to get into losing streaks, which I think is going to be inevitable with this team, we've got to find ways to get out of them, probably rigid play. Asamoah, good save. Randolph keeps it, and it's going back out again. Don't concede again, Blues. Tomlin off the post. Ledesma! There it is, 2-0 to Middlesbrough. And now we have got a massive mountain to climb. This is where you need someone like Nicky Maynard to be able to bring on. We can't, because obviously he's injured, so he's not on the bench. We've got to try and get a response before half-time. Eardley, Cottrell. Come on, Cottrell. Find Donaldson. He does find Donaldson, and Donaldson gets one back. Good for Blues. We needed that response. I don't think on the balance of play we deserve to be 2-0 down. So 2-1 we'll take. If we can try and get a draw here. Blues lost this in real life. So if we can try and pick up an extra point, then reality, that would be amazing. I'll take 2-1 going into half-time because it could have been worse. And I think we might have Cottrell injured, which is a right problem because I don't think we've got a right midfielder that can come on. Cadiz could possibly, or Shinnie. We're going to go with Cadiz. I'm going to stick to the formation just because I think at the moment, what if we bought that? No, we're going to move to this. We're going to try and get McLeod in behind Clayton Donaldson. Spearing's happy where he is. David Davis, you're going to be an advanced playmaker if we can. No, deep line playmaker. He's not particularly happy with that. Maybe it might be time to bring someone like Callum Riley on to do that job instead of David Davis. So we've used 2 substitutions up. We've got to save one in case we need to bring Wes Thomas or Shinnie on. That's how we're going to go at the moment. That's what we're going to go. Come on, Blues. Second half. Here we go. Let's hope now that we can create something. They're just more competent with this tactic. That's why we're going to change to it. We were having a bit more impact in the game. What's happening here? Is this half time? Oh yes, so sorry, it's only half time now. Expect a better showing in the second half, because I think they have got more to show, Blues. I think we've got more. We've got more to come from us. We've started okay, to be fair. I mean, we haven't been outclassed by Middlesbrough, which I was worried about. Hopefully this is just the start of the second half that they seem to do now on Football Manager. Just a little intro, yeah, there is. I don't understand the point in that. Just showing you that the second half started, I suppose. But we've had 4 shots on target, so we have had chances. We've put one away, Clayton Donaldson. I think he's going to be big this season, Clayton Donaldson. He's kind of like the Cameron Jerome of a few years ago, but I think he's got a bit more quality than Cameron Jerome, believe it or not. So here's another chance. Our defence, I think, is going to be the weak link in this team, and it's 3-1. What do you do now? What do you do now? We're going to have to try and attack. We're going to try and attack, leave it to about the 70th minute, and then we're going to have to kind of go a bit all out on Middlesbrough, really, and try and get a result. Unless this goes in, of course, and that would really kill the game off. Ledesma into Clayton. Clayton across to Tomlin. Tomlin finds Ledesma again. Ledesma with a chance to work a ball into the box. Asamoah, and it's 4-1. And I'm a bit disappointed, because going into the second half at 2-1, we did have a chance to get something out of the game, and let's be honest, we've thrown it away. We have totally thrown it away. So we're going to bring Wes Thomas on, just see if we can get a couple of goals back. We're going to go attacking, flexible, and see what we can do. We've got to be careful, because there's still half an hour left. We've used all of our substitutions up. We've got to be careful it doesn't get embarrassing, because to be honest, there's no reason that this game should have got away from us the way it has. We've still got the same amount of possession. I just think it's highlighted more than anything that the defence is weak. We need to work on the defence urgently. Like, after this game, we need to go out and have a look at defenders, see if we can get one in. But it's stupid, because I've pretty much wasted it all on McLeod and Spear. I haven't wasted it, that's harsh, but the defence is the defence, and Donaldson had to come off now, so we're going to have to play with 10 men. The first game of Gary Rowett's professional managerial career has been a baptism of fire. Our best strikers got sent off. We've used all of our substitutions. We're down to 10 men, and we're 4-1 down away from home. So, yeah, not the greatest of starts. We're just going to have to see this game out, I think, now. Luckily, it hasn't got any worse of yet. Damari Gray's been a shining light. He's found a ball in, and that could... Oh, it nearly falls. Caddis, can he find one? Wes Thomas, and Wes Thomas brings it back 4-2. Slightly more respectable. I think this is a game of missed opportunities. We did have chances to get into this game and get a result from this game. Ledesma's going to make this 5-2, isn't he? He has. Oh, God, Darren Randolph. Jesus, 5-2. So just when 4-2 was slightly more acceptable, 5-2 now looks again like a battering. And if this goes in 6-2, it would be really bad. But yeah, baptism of fire for Gary Rowett. I think we've got to be a bit more... less naive. We're not going to be able to go away to Middlesbrough and try and enforce the game on them. They're a better side than us. Made a few tactical errors there, I think. I'm not happy with the performance. I'm not going to lie, because we've wasted chances. But I think I'm more frustrated about myself as well. So there you go. That's the 5-2. We're going to leave the episode there. Any advice would be great, because let's be honest, I need it. So yeah, you guys, if you could like, rate, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Advice would be absolutely amazing as to what you think we can do, how you think I can go about it. Do you think we should be more attacking side this year like we did and have the potential to lose 5-2, but we could have the potential to win a couple? Or do you think we should be rigid and just try and not lose games and try and build from there? If you guys could let me know, that'd be amazing. And so until tomorrow, see you later, guys.